I'm headed to Patagonia for 15 days. I am so excited to spend some time outside over the holidays. We're gonna go on hikes, we're gonna drink good wine, we're gonna have some amazing food, and I'm gonna get to unplug a little bit, though I will be filming. But as I get ready, pack with me while I share some of my favorite packing tips as someone who's been on more than 60 flights this year and has been traveling since, well, her whole life, essentially. My parents used to take me with them when I was little too. And I'll also talk about how I prepped for Patagonia and things you might want to keep in mind if you're thinking about making this trip as well. First things first, let's get into some packing tips. So this trip is 18 days total, and I'm packing everything in this 60-liter Eagle Creek cargo hauler. I love this bag, especially if I'm doing more outdoorsy stuff or going to places where there are lots of cobblestones and I may not want to be dragging a wheeled bag over the cobblestones. It's essentially a large duffel with backpack straps, really tough material, lots of useful features. And I think a bag like this is perfect for an outdoorsy trip. And then for my carry-on on the plane, I'll be taking my hiking backpack and just stuffing my computer and whatnot in here, so that way I don't have to bring an additional computer bag. I'm gonna make it work. My best packing tip if you're going on a trip and you're trying to save space, you're trying to pack light, is to lay out all of your clothes on your bed before you pack and match up different tops and bottoms into different outfits and try to make sure that every piece you bring, you can match up with a couple other things. Like, I have to see it that way laid out to make sure that the clothes I'm packing truly are versatile. For example, for this trip, we're going to be out on the trail, hiking, walking around, but also spending some days in Buenos Aires, which is a bigger city and is gonna be a little bit warmer. Whereas when we're in Patagonia, it might be chillier or even cold some of the days. So we gotta mix and match things that work for city, that work for hopefully get some workouts in the city hotel gym, that work for being outside, getting sweaty, that kind of stuff. I can wear these in the city, these bike shorts. They're comfy. I can wear them on travel days, anytime I'm warmer, and I can wear them to work out in if we have access to a hotel gym and I have some downtime. These are small and light, so I'll pack two. Notice this color purple matches this top, also matches this top for warmer days. And I can mix and match. This is an outfit. This is an outfit. This is an outfit. This is an outfit. This black top and these shorts, another outfit. And then I will be bringing, well, I'm wearing this top today, but I'll be bringing this as well. This will mix and match with everything. Of course, I'll bring a pair of plain black, comfy, stretchy leggings because they match everything. And we're gonna be camping for 2 nights, and if it's cold those nights, these are really comfy and stretchy. I can wear these to bed underneath my pajamas as well for an extra layer. Okay, and then thinking about days on the trail, I have a pair of hiking pants. I will link these in the caption of the video. I got these on Amazon, and I get most of my active and travel clothes actually from Athleta, because they have a lot of stuff that's quick drying. They have petite sizes, plus sizes, and their pants fit my butt. I got a booty. But I didn't have a pair of more like durable hiking pants that seemed like they wouldn't rip or scrape if I was like scrambling on things. And I tried 4 or 5 different options, and these were the ones that fit my butt. So Amazon it is. They have this elastic in the back of the waist, which gives you a more customizable fit if you have more of a curvy figure. So these work. They're black, just black joggers that I've had forever from Athleta. These would be good for like a short hike. They're also really good for travel, and they're quick drying too. And then to mix and match, well, black goes with everything. So some heavier layers just in case. This is one of my favorite hiking shirts. It's a half zip. And then I'll likely bring this as well. This is just a workout top that's black, plain, goes with everything. I will need more tops though, so I will add in a short sleeve workout shirt, good for hiking, good for travel days, odor resistant, dries quickly, and another short sleeve workout shirt, just to cover all my bases and make sure I have enough clothes. And of course, I can do laundry. So I'm trying to pack light since I have to carry this cargo hauler on my back. I don't want it to be super heavy. So I definitely will be doing laundry throughout the trip whenever I can, whether it's in a sink or if the hotel has laundry service, it is what it is. And my second tip for packing light, you only need 3 pairs of shoes. This is really the hardest part. I feel like shoes take up the most space, and also you need a little bit of versatility. So for this trip, I'm bringing these trail shoes. So I'm a little bit more of an experienced hiker now, but when I first started hiking, I took my first big trip. My first big hiking trip was actually the Inca Trail, I think 3 years ago. I brought hiking boots. boots. And yes, I feel like I got ankle support while I was on the trail, but they were heavy. I didn't wear them besides the days on the trail, and they took up so much space. And now, as I'm a little bit more experienced and I realize that I do pretty well without like full ankle support, I just bring trail shoes. These are waterproof. I recently picked them up. They were the least offensive looking ones I could find. And so on days when, for example, we're in Buenos Aires and I'm taking a city tour, I'll probably just wear these. If I want to be a little bit cuter on city days or off days when we're not hiking, Rothy's. They're really light, they're washable, they make an outfit look a little bit more pulled together. And then to rest my feet after long days, especially when we're hiking, always the sandals. These are not the cutest, but they're light and they're comfy, which is basically what you need after a long day on your feet. And I will wear the sneakers to the airport to save space in the bag as well. Oh, and one thing I love about this Eagle Creek cargo hauler, it's empty right now, but once I have dirty clothes and it starts to fill up with dirty clothes, there's this pocket here at the end. I can shove the dirty clothes in here, keep them separated from the clean stuff. I also can use this pocket for shoes as well. And this pocket on the other end is great for toiletries. Yeah, that's good. Let's talk about what I did to prep for Patagonia. So I am active, I do hike, and I've been on some longer hikes and treks before. And so I know what I needed to do to get physically ready. And even though it's winter right now at home, meaning I've been inside in DC not doing the most, I have tried to stay active. I've made sure that I included hikes on recent trips I've taken. I've been going to see my trainer at New Box, who I love, and working on my fitness. I've been walking whenever it's warm enough to walk here, and even going running some mornings in the cold. Just really trying to keep up a base level of fitness so that I'm not suffering on these hikes. Thankfully, Patagonia doesn't have a ton of elevation, and I should be able to enjoy myself, but we'll see. Maybe I'm not in the shape I thought I was, but I think I'm good. And I also made a packing list before I started packing, and I reviewed everything in my closet just to make sure I had what I needed. I read a lot of blogs, I watched a lot of YouTube videos, and also I'm taking this trip with Intrepid Travel, who's a longtime partner of mine, and Intrepid has a suggested packing list for this trip, and I really just used that because it was an easy, coordinated way for me to figure out what I needed. For example, as I went through it, I realized, oh, I have the clothes I need, but I actually need a headlamp. I had one before, but when I moved to DC, I don't know where it went. It doesn't exist. I tore my apartment apart for 2 weeks looking for it. So I picked one of these up at Backcountry, and I also did snag this Eddie Bauer rain shell on sale that packs down into its own pocket, just so I could have something, have an additional layer for any cold days, and in case we get rained on. But ultimately, I tried not to do a bunch of shopping for this trip, and I try not to do a bunch of shopping for most of my trips. I really try to approach my travel with the attitude that, like, these people that I'm gonna see in this country, they don't know me. They don't know what I normally look like. They don't know if I'm looking a little scruffy that day, and I probably will never see them again. So I should just go without feeling the need to, or feeling that pressure to get new vacation fits, new travel fits. I really tell myself, like, no, this is your time to just go and be free and enjoy. And the final thing I did to prep was I went to the ATM and I got cash out. And I usually bring about $200 of emergency cash in USD anytime I'm traveling overseas, and then just get cash out at ATMs along the way. I got cash at an ATM in Baghdad, in Morocco, in Spain, like, it's always been fine. But in Argentina in particular, if you bring US dollars, preferably larger bills, the larger the better, because you typically don't get as good of an exchange rate on small bills, and I've even had some places try to reject smaller bills. You will just get a better exchange rate if you're bringing cash. It's called the blue dollar rate, and so it will save me a little bit of money by bringing cash. And so for this trip, I'm bringing about $500, and then I also still have my ATM card if I need to get more. Anyway, I'm nervous. I'm going out with friends, and then I'm leaving in the morning. I can't believe this is my life. 3 or 4 years ago, I had just started exploring the outdoors, and I had done a few hikes and said, wait, I really like this. Maybe I want to do more of it. And since then, I've trekked the Inca Trail, I went hiking in northern Pakistan, I went to Antarctica last Christmas, which to me was outdoor adventure. Like that was probably one of the most adventurous things I've ever done, and I think permanently altered my brain. It was so incredible, and I have a video about that if you want to see it. And so this feels like a big step forward into this new me who still gets nervous. Like, I still like to go on guided hikes. I still like to go on group outdoor adventures so that I'm with people who are more experienced and also with a guide, but I love it and I absolutely cannot wait. I will be making a ton of content about my experience in Argentina and Chile on this trip, so follow along for that and wish me luck.